And honestly, do you really think a member of the crowd will publicly shame you and have a terrible time because you use sync to mix? No! The only people who do that are sadly DJs. I started DJing over 10 years ago, and I was a pretty naive kid who believed in a lot of DJ stereotypes. But over the course of me learning how to DJ, competing, and eventually DJing for a living, I began to experience the truth about a couple of DJ myths. So let's begin with the first one. You see, I used to think that if I worked the hardest and was the most skilled DJ, I would eventually be booked to play in huge festivals like Tomorrowland or Coachella. But as I grew my skills, won local and international DJ championships, none of what I expected and hoped for came to happen. I was still being booked to play other people's music, and that's the thing. For at least 90% of DJs out there, if you want to make it as a successful DJ and get booked for huge festivals and international gigs, you can't just rely on your DJ skills to get you there. You also have to be a producer and artist, and you just have to simply make your own music. The people who headline these huge gigs and festivals aren't known for their sick scratching or epic transitions. They're more known for their music. So if you want to get to those stages, you gotta learn how to produce. But then again, if you don't want to get to those stages and are pretty happy being a DJ, mixing, doing cool DJ tricks, and crowd reading and rocking are still skills people really appreciate in a DJ. It just sucks though that the DJ Mag Top 100 lists these so-called DJs as the best, when in reality, they're more of producer DJs than DJs. Anyway, just do what makes you happy, but try to know where each path leads you to. Some have more opportunities and some don't, and that's the truth. Some of the most professional and skilled DJs in the world like A-Track, Craze, Dubfire, and even producer DJs like Zed use sync. Now, my stand on the matter is go for it, as long as you know how to beat match first. And personally, when I started out, I skipped learning how to beat match to instead learn more cooler techniques like how to scratch. So when I gigged out, you can bet I got ridiculed and shamed for using the sync button, and to be honest with you, to this very day, I still do. And I can't really blame the haters. They do have the best intentions in mind, but hating and not being open can really blind one from things one can potentially do to get better and evolve. Now, there's no denying the fact that using sync can afford you more time to do more important things, like crowd reading and rocking, and doing cool DJ tricks and techniques which take advantage of new technologies and gear. Personally, I use sync so I can do more with my sets to better engage and entertain the crowd and give them a reason why DJs are better than producer DJs. Just kidding. Maybe not. Anyway, let's just face the facts. The crowd simply doesn't care what equipment you use and what techniques you implement, as long as you keep them happy and dancing with your song selection. Now, let me get this one thing straight though. I'm not asking you to use sync or not to use sync. I'm just asking you to be open to a tool of DJing that can probably uplift your DJing experience to help you do more with your live performance. Now, being in this digital era where music is so accessible, I used to think that having more songs will give you a better DJing experience, since you'll be more able to cater to whatever the crowd may want to hear at any given moment. But from DJing for more than 10 years now and accumulating and prepping over 100,000 songs, I realized that by being more conscious of your musical library, having tailored playlists, and just really knowing the tracks you'll most likely use in the gig is so much better than blindly accumulating song after song after song. By being more knowledgeable of your musical library and the songs you have, you'll be more able to deduce your library's capabilities to appease the crowd because you'll have an easier time navigating through your songs and knowing which ones can work in your favor. Now, admittedly, we are in the age of Spotify where anyone can get any song played in an instant. And as DJs, we have to realize that it's not our job to be a human Spotify app. Rather, it's our job to curate and play good music. So fill your library with quality over quantity. Now, don't get me wrong though. This advice mostly applies to DJs who play out. And if you're a music enthusiast and collector, go ahead and accumulate your favorite songs. All I'm trying to say is that if you're a DJ who gigs out, make sure your library and playlists are prepped and ready to play the quality songs your crowd wants to hear. And that's it. Let me know which myth was your favorite down below, and with that said, I will see you all in the next one.